There's a men's mental health crisis. Maybe you've heard of it. Maybe you've heard of it because it's simply everywhere. Everything we hear about this situation is leading men to need psychiatric care, counseling more so than ever, medications, and everything else in between. When we asked the question earlier, did women cause all divorces? What we didn't really address is whether men cause divorces, directly or indirectly. In today's society, more so than ever, we have a nearly equal workforce, which means that the competition for men out in the workplace is greater than ever. But the pressure of supporting a family, being the breadwinner, achieving greater success than your parents, and sustaining that success has not gone away. And it is not going away. It is becoming increasingly acute or severe, if you will. So, what is there to say about that? Men might cause more divorces because they perhaps in modern society, more so than ever, need more support. You've heard the expression, it takes a village to raise a child, but it also takes a family to support a husband, just the same way as it takes a family to support a wife, mother, father, and everything else that we can ascribe to that person. In a relationship or marriage in which there is very little affection, very little emotion, and I'm not talking about year round, round the clock sexual gratification. I'm talking about a spouse listening to the other spouse. How was your day? Oh, great. Okay, fine. Let me tell you about my day. And I'm guilty of this as well, by the way. But what we need more and more in marriages to sustain a marriage, what we need more and more to sustain a relationship is actually listening for the sake of listening and the sake of caring and the sake of supporting, not simply listening because it's convenient, not simply listening because then it's your turn to talk. I'm sure that many of you have heard this before. You've probably been accused of not truly listening, but simply waiting patiently or impatiently until it is your time to gab and blab away to your spouse, partner, date, because you want to get something off your chest. You want to talk about it. I think that in a lot of cases, men are trying to placate everybody, and in the process, maybe neglecting themselves. This could be one of the contributing factors to the mental health crisis that men face, generally speaking. And that could be a symptom of a dysfunctional marriage. If a man causes a divorce because his behavior is erratic, perhaps because that man feels unsupported, whether it's knowingly or unknowingly, perhaps because that man doesn't get any kind of family support financially, emotionally, even something as simple as hugging, a simple kiss, a touching on the shoulder, something, anything to show that person that you care, that you are there, that you support them, that you care about them, that you recognize them, and that they are not some isolated stranger all alone on an island. Not everybody has an easy time, guys and gals, transitioning from a 9 to 12-hour workday, going home, and 5 minutes later, picking up the kids or being with the kids or making dinner for somebody else or paying bills until the late hours of the night whenever you find time, making sure everybody else is comfortable, shopping for everybody else, groceries for everybody else. At some point, it's not selfish to take care of yourself, but we become lost in the shuffle. And if our partner or spouse does not take care of us at least a little bit when we're busy taking care of them and everybody else, that doesn't necessarily mean the man caused a divorce or a dysfunctional marriage, or even is a contributing factor largely. It means that that family, in some way, shape, or form, may have failed that man while doing your fatherly duty, and I do mine almost 24/7. I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning very often to make sure everybody's okay. Go back to sleep, wake up at 4:45 to make sure that breakfast is prepared, to help make sure that their lunches are prepared. My wife does the lunches. To help make sure that their clothes are ready for the day, my wife ultimately packs them. There's a division of responsibilities in our house. Maybe not even a happy division of responsibilities because we want to trade and flip flop all the time. And for variety's sake, and because of our feelings for the kids and special events and dress down days and graduations from this and that. So there's a turning of responsibilities kaleidoscopically. Let's get back to it. If men have a mental health crisis, then wouldn't it make sense for their family to help recognize that and support them rather than being hypercritical or ignoring it? And I really believe that a functional marriage, a functional relationship, begins with a how was your day? And more than allowing the husband or the wife to say, oh, it was okay, or oh, it sucked. Why? What happened? Was your boss rude to you? Was a coworker cruel to you? Did somebody try to steal your spotlight? Did a client not pay and you didn't earn your commission? That's really terrible. That sucks. Tell me a little bit more. Those sorts of things really make a difference. And it gets to the point sometimes where even if the other person tries to make an effort, you're so far beyond the point of no return that even that effort might go unnoticed, but at least do it, at least try it. It's the building of that foundation and that trust and that sense of caring that is going to create a functional marriage and a functional relationship. So when we ask the question, do women cause all divorces? No. Do men cause all divorces? No. Does society cause all divorces? Maybe. Another topic for another day.